So this is the beginning of now my vlog. Last week wasn't much of a vlog because I actually just went on about what it's like being on YouTube, lessons I've learned, maybe even some tips for you guys, all those of you who commented on those videos. Thank you so much. It really does help when people like, share, comment. It really helps. YouTube recommends it to more people, hence I get more views, helps the channel grow in the process. So please continue to do that. So in this week's video, I'm going to share more about how I make clothes for myself, and I go into a lot of dialogue about it in the video, which you will see. So I don't want to repeat myself and make the video longer unnecessarily, but for the next 3 weeks I am going to show you the process I go through making clothes. I'm going to start with the one I'm wearing today, the dress. The process I went through, it's actually from 2 outfits I had before. I'll show you, and then I decided to make it this outfit. After that, next week I will show you how I made basically the process I go through when I'm making corsets. And then the last week I'm going to show you the process of how I made basically an evening gown, so to speak. But I wore it at a wedding. I didn't like it and I had to change it. I'll explain all that in the course of the week, and I just hope you'll enjoy this series. It takes a lot of time to film this kind of processes, which is why I don't do it often, but I thought I'll give this a shot, just so that I also see how much you like them, so that if you do like this kind of content, maybe I'll add a bit more of them in circulation throughout the year. So I guess we begin with the process of how I made this dress. I hope you enjoy it. I hope my dialogues are not too long, but I look forward to hearing from you. Don't forget to like, comment, and also share. I appreciate you all. See you at the end. See you. Hey, so today I want to talk about basically the process I go through when I'm making clothes for myself. I do take a very long time to make clothes for myself. That's because most of the time I want to try new designs, and I don't want to end up with something I don't want to wear. So I really do take my time making stuff. Some of the things I do consider is that I may go for an event at some point in the year. So I always make sure I have something over the top flamboyant. That's just how I am, personal style. When I'm going for an event, I like to stand out. It's just how I am. So I would make those kind of clothes, and then I'll also make practical clothes. Like example, just what I'm wearing. I don't think you can see it clearly, but it's just a top I can wear when I'm working. So it's a very loose fitting top and everything like that. I also consider the weather. It's not always hot and it's not always cold, so I consider that. And what do I do with my old clothes? I give them away. There are people who actually book my clothes, because now a lot of people have realized that I do this thing where I give away my clothes. It used to be every year. I've become less ambitious because I take so long to make new clothes, so now it's every other year, or I'll give out something that I've worn for a long time and I'm no longer going to wear it, and I give it away. So I give away to friends, I give away to charity. There's actually a charity shop that I give that resell clothes for charity. I love to give them my clothes because I know it's going to benefit more than one person. Anyway, so I'm going to show you a little bit of the processes I go through. Most of the time I try to come up with new designs. So any design I've seen, especially on Pinterest, because Pinterest is one of the places I like checking out. A design of a sleeve, I want to try out a design of a collar, although I'm not much of a collar wearing person. So most of the time, right now I'm really into sleeves, so I'll check out sleeves, an interesting neckline, an interesting silhouette, because most of the time I wear dresses, and sometimes I would want to try out a new design. Also, because I have a lot of thrifted trousers, mostly my jeans and my khakis are thrifted, I will make tops for them. So those are some of the things I do. So I'm just going to show you a little bit of my process, what I do, the sewing process, changing things, and sometimes I really mess up. I can really mess up on some things, and sometimes it also takes me a long time to make something because I'm trying something new and I'm experimenting. It can take me a while to finish an outfit, but then there are some outfits I'm so sure I know what I want to do and I'll finish it very quickly. So I hope you enjoy this process, and I guess you'll let me know in the comment section what you think. See you on the other side. So this is the first outfit. I actually had 2 outfits made from the fabric. The fabric was 6 yards, but very wide, so I could manage to make 2 outfits. It's a skater dress with 3/4 sleeves, and it was a pretty simple dress, and I did like it. I used to get a lot of compliments from it, but it had a lot of fitting issues on the bust. It was not shaped or cut properly. And the second one was a skirt, a maxi skirt that was gathered. Maybe it was pleated. I think it was pleated and not gathered. Either way, it isn't just not the right shape for me, because I was trying to make 2 outfits. The volume for the skirt was not what I usually like it to be, so it ended up looking straight, which is not a very flattering silhouette for me. I have worn both of these outfits for a very long time. I think I got the fabric in 2016, and I've worn it and worn it and worn it, and the fabric is such good quality. It didn't really fade or wear out like other fabrics do. So because I needed a lot of fabric for this design I'm doing, especially because the sleeves are going to be very, very, very voluminous, as you'll see in the process, I had to use both fabrics to create it. But next I'm going to show you what was left after I undid it, and then maybe I'll also show you the things I cut and understand why it took so much fabric. So this is what's left from the outfit. This is the old bodice, which I decided not to use. One of the reasons I decided not to use it is because it used to give me a lot of problems with this specific area where there's a purple strip, because at that time I didn't know how to give more room to my bust, so it used to press into my bust. But now that I know how to shape it more, I didn't feel like I could use it again. And then there's all these leftovers from both outfits, so I will probably reuse all this in a different project, maybe an accessory. So this is the design. So this is the bodice. So part of the process is trying to figure out how I can get that extra fabric gathering effect thing. So I ended up with this. So I had to find a way to separate the yoke, because this is the yoke. I'll show you on the fabric. And then this is the piece that I have added. Not so sure about the shape, but just to give it that allowance on my bust area. So I want to show you how that looks. As I said, I'm not sure if this is going to work. I am experimenting on fabric and redoing a dress I really loved. Okay, 2 outfits I really love to make this dress, and I'm hoping it works out. Well, so far so good. At least when I place it on my bust, it looks okay. I think I have to attach it and actually fit it to know it's giving me that allowance shape. It has the yoke. This is the other side, so you can see the wrong side. I've really tried to make sure that I've stitched it very neatly. So basically this is it. This is my front, and so this is the back. It's pretty normal. So I want to attach the bottom of the dress, I think even before I add the zip, just to see. I'm going to attach the bottoms, the front and back, with the side seams before I attach the zip, because sometimes I have issues with my armholes, and especially the front armhole. I'll just show you. So I'm holding this down because I just don't want to show too much of my body anyway. This is the fit of the top. As you can see, it's fitting pretty well, the front, the back. So what I have noticed that I need to work on is the armhole here. On my original pattern, I think I had put it too far out. I need to cut it a bit more so that it goes in like that, because what happens is when there's too much space here, I get a fold on my armhole, and I noticed that with a lot of my outfit. Some of them I noticed too late, so there's nothing you can do about it, but some of them I've noticed early enough, which is why I like fitting now through every process. This is how it fits. I'm going to add the bottom. At first I was thinking of doing it without a lining, but for the sake of the color looking uniform, because the top is lined, I might put it, I might not. I'll check and see. Because the sleeves will be lined, it will be very weird if some parts are lined, some parts are not lined, but it really depends on how the light penetrates through the outfit. Because this is all close to my body, I might not need to line the bottom, but I will decide that after. So this is how it looks. Next time you see this, it will have a zip and probably the sleeves attached. So for sure you can see that some of the clothes really need multiple fittings, which is something that a lot of clients don't understand, because they expect that because you took their measurements and you're an experienced sewist that you should be able to get the outfit done right. But sometimes the truth is some of these designs are very new and they need a long process to think through, and they need, unless you came up with it, the design, it's very difficult sometimes to figure it out, and some of them are a long process, which is why I take this time to make my clothes slowly, and it's why I take my time to learn new designs. There are some clients that I will tell straightforward that this will take time. There are others who understand and will give me the time and will show up for the multiple fittings, and there are some, because of the culture we have here, they'll just think I'm not good enough for the job and they will go to somebody else. So this is just also to show you that it takes a long time. It's basically like expecting an architect who's built several houses to figure out how to build a brand new design just because they have experience making houses. The truth is it'll probably take more time to figure out some design aspects, some practicalities of the design, because even with clothes I have to think about the practicality of how you will wear it, how you will move in it and all that. So it's not usually that easy. And also don't forget that you also have to consider someone's body type or various aspects of the design. So I just wanted to show you this process so that you can understand a little bit of that. And for me, I am very, very practical with my clothes. You've seen most of my clothes front zip, because I just like front zips, and it's taken a while for some of my clients to accept front zips. They think, some of them think it's very weird, but personally I just love front zips. It makes my life so much easier. Front and back zips. I really don't like side zips. I found it cumbersome to wear clothes with side zips, especially the ones with sleeves, mostly because of my body ratio. Maybe one day I'll do a video about that. Yeah. So I just thought to explain that as well in this video. So this is the sleeve. It's from the old version of the dress. So what I've done is I've cut it into a 3/4 sleeve, and then I'm going to add a flare. That's the flare. So it's going to be a very flared sleeve, but I'm going to balloon it at the hem of the sleeve. So this is what I'm going to attach to my dress. So I will show you how that looks after I have attached it. So this is how it looks. I will attach there. So this is the sleeve head top section. This is the bottom flared section. So I'll attach there. So this is the sleeve from the sleeved dress. This is from the bottom of the dress, the part that was pleated at the bottom. Yeah, I remember I'm combining the long maxi set that I had and the dress that I had. So that's how I decided to use it. So here we go. I have joined the bodice to the bottom, as you can see, the front zip and my sleeves. Okay, the sleeves will not stay like this. I do not want flared sleeves. Most times I find them very cumbersome, like especially when you're eating and they start getting into your food and all that. So I'm going to make them balloon. But generally, yes, this is how you start a balloon sleeve. It's usually a very big circle. I made mine just fit here. I didn't want gathers. So I'm going to do that and then show you the full final result. I just wanted to show you how the bodice looks. Front, back. I like it, although I do find it very, very purple now that I am done with it. And there are some aspects that didn't come out the way I wanted it to come out. Like example, I really wanted this panel section that's not very visible because of how the print is to be a bit more inside, because that's what I was going for. But I am fine with it. I guess if I ever decide to make this again, I think I would change a few things. I don't think I would put this yoke all the way around. I found that very unnecessary. Adjusting the armhole was definitely a good idea. There is no bulge here and everything. I have enough room for my bust. The gathers I put were enough. I just don't think that the yoke was necessary. I thought I needed it because I was thinking more about how I was going to put the zip and the sturdiness. I think next time I'll just gather it and just put a band, because this band down here is useful because it has given me this shape. I think I can show you side with this shape, which I usually like because it just gives you a better shape. Yeah, so final result in a bit. So I'm done with the dress. As you can see, this is how it looks with the hands in the pocket. I don't know if you can see the bottom. It's short. It's a short dress. I'm using natural light. I didn't want to set up a whole space, but this is the dress. I gathered the sleeve and I just put a band. I didn't want it to be elastic because the other way I can wear the sleeve is like that. So basically I wanted to create options. So you can see I can wear it like this, I can wear it like this. So I wanted to give myself options. But yes, the dress is done. This is just part of my everyday ready to wear clothes, because I realized at some point that I was making too many fancy clothes and I didn't have enough ordinary clothes to wear to just my regular occasions. I have more regular occasions than fancy occasions to go to, so I needed more of those. So yes, the purple dress is done. If you have any questions about it, do leave comments on the comment section, but I think I explained a lot of the ins and outs of making this. I hope it makes sense. So yeah, we are done. On to the next project.